All right, welcome back to Franchise Friday, where we are taking a look at Lethal Weapon 2. And this was pretty good. Going into this, I remembered very little. Murtaugh on the toilet and the diplomatic community bad guy. That's it. And yeah, the diplomatic community thing. I remember that getting pissed off more about it the first time I watched this. Whereas now, it frustrates me, but not as much. I don't get pissed off. So the story here is that 2 years after the events of the first film, Riggs has integrated into Murtaugh's life. He eats in with his family, they're all that stuff. And now, the beginning of this film, it starts right away, just Lethal Weapon 2, and then goes right into a chase scene with some people who they can't understand the accent. Apparently it's South African with weird, I don't know, can't understand what, the language they're speaking, but, well, the chase ends up in a bust, of course, but they find, like, gold or something. And then, shortly after that, Riggs and his wife are duct taped in bed together and threaten to just let it go. So Riggs and Murtaugh and his wife, excuse me, Riggs and Murtaugh are, what does that say? Never air has a kid. Riggs and Murtaugh are assigned to look after a man named Leo Getz, played by Joe Pesci. Okay. You hear that a lot. It's not as frequent in this one. He does it. I was rearranging my bed and I kept hearing, okay. It's a little subtle in this one, but then it gets more and more obnoxious as we go on. But you meet Leo Getz. Okay. And, and they have to protect him. Well, of course, they're connected because he was laundering money for them. And it turns out that these guys are running drugs. Of course they are. And they're making drug money off of it. And they go to arrest these guys. And the main bad guy, played by Josh Ackland, Hans from the Mighty Ducks, he, has diplomatic immunity, which means he can do anything and not get in trouble for it. I don't think that's what it means. I don't think it works that way in real life. Especially, they have proof. They found, by the end of this, they have proof. They found the money. They have Leo as a witness. They have proof. Just to say, we have all this proof and say, we can't do anything against diplomatic immunity, that's bullshit. I think if they have proof that this is happening, diplomatic immunity or not, his ass should go to jail. I'm just saying. And there's explosions. Oh, yeah. We'll get to it. So, and I have a kind of an issue with this, too. So, eventually, Leo shows up at a place saying his friend wants to go to South Africa, and it's Murtaugh. If you don't know, South Africans aren't black. They're Caucasian-ish, and he wants to go there, and he goes, no, they cause a ruckus. Riggs gets in, and he flirts with the secretary lady, Rika. And, of course, he takes her back to his trailer, and they have sex. During this, we get a montage of the bad guys killing all the other cops by an explosion. So he blows up Dean Norris and a couple of the other cops playing poker. They get exploded. The chick from Aliens, Perez, or whatever her name was, she gets exploded. Well, it's kind of funny because she's going to jump off the diving board and just explodes. But then Riggs and Murtaugh, they're not exploded. Murtaugh goes back to his house because he gets an idea that this is a bad police work anyway. He goes to check out a video. He and his family went on vacation, and that's how he finds the bad guy's boat, right? So from there, two of the henchmen show up. They kidnap Leo, and they try to kill Murtaugh. But Murtaugh was having his house renovated, so he kills them with a nail gun. Okay? Riggs then has sex with the woman, and during which we see it's a long ass sex scene. You see tits, you see ass, and not hers. Okay. Why is it every movie of Mel Gibson, boom, you gotta see his ass? This was the first one, and then this one. I think they show it in What Women Want, which is not a bad movie, by the way. But, yeah, so Leo gets kidnapped. Murtaugh is on the run, trying to get to Riggs or whatever. And Riggs, leaves, and he goes to her apartment. Like, nothing, like, there's an egg. Okay, so there's an attack with guns. The dog senses it. And they leave, they run away, and they save the dog, Sam, and they drive off. Where they go? Takes her to her apartment. Or hotel room, whatever it is. Why would you do that? You were just shot at. If they know you're there, they know she's there, and they will be trying to find her too. Why would you take her back to where she lives? That is stupid. But my point of all this, some guys show up, kidnap both, right? My point of all this is, all the other cops get blowed up. Riggs and Murtaugh get guys coming to attack them. Does that make any sense? They're ready to blow up. I'm just saying. They're ready to blow up all the other cops, but Riggs and Murtaugh are special. They have to be handled with. Personally, I find that to be bullshit. But anyway, so the guy that kidnaps Riggs and the woman, Enrica, basically mentions that Riggs, 4 years earlier, Riggs was on close to catching them. So they set up a car accident, but it didn't work. This is the car accident. They set up, his death was supposed to be a car accident. This was the car accident that killed his wife. Now, I don't have a problem with that, but here's the thing. He's still wearing his wedding ring. Then he fucks this chick, right? Like, he's going to do it more than once. They're like, how about a 7-inning stretch? And she's like, only in the 4th inning. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's still wearing his wedding ring. I know it's been 2 years since the last one. But he's still wearing his wedding ring. That means he's still hung up. Yeah, he's just going to bang this chick. Okay. See tits. Not bad. She dies. And she drowns. He gets out because of something they showed earlier where he dislocated his shoulder and get out of it. So, of course, they're going to come back to that. And then he reunites with Murtaugh, goes after the bad guys. Murtaugh kills the guy that Riggs kills the guy that killed his wife. And we get this cool one-liner when Murtaugh's like, freeze! And he goes, diplomatic immunity. And he goes, it's just been revoked. It shoots him. Fantastic. And the movie ends with them reuniting and laughing. So, fantastic film. The score, I think it's still Jerry Goldsmith doing the score. Michael Kamen. My bad. Michael Kamen. That's right. Michael Kamen did the score. That's right for this. Still Michael Kamen. Still good score. The saxophone, pretty good. Richard Donner, still a good director. Shane Black still wrote this one, so it's good writing. He didn't write the next two, so I'm a little bit... But Richard Donner still directs all the other two, so, maybe that bad. And, of course, Riggs and Murtaugh, Danny Glover, Mel Gibson, they still have great chemistry. The scene with Riggs with Murtaugh on the toilet, yeah, it's funny. He's on the toilet. They got to get him out of there. There's also the thing with the commercial that his daughter's in, and it ends up being a condom commercial. And I love the line that Jack McGee, he plays the contractor. He's like, "Hey, it's a good commercial. Made me want to go buy rubbers right now." And then it comes back later when Joe Pesci, he's like, "What? It makes you want to buy rubbers." You know, the comedy in this is pretty good. Action is pretty good. I think it's on par with the first one. I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10, just like the first one. Did I give it 9 out of 10? Whatever. I'll give whatever I gave the first one. I give it that. I don't remember what I gave it. 9 or 8. Whatever I gave the first one, it's the same as that. It's still just as good. It's a good movie. So, what are your thoughts on Lethal Weapon 2? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let me comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.